So today is March 8th, 2026. So the clocks changed last night, so about an hour difference because we lost an hour of sleep, but I'm still going to head up to Lion's Den in Milwaukee. Never been there before. Hopefully get some birding shots as well as some decent hiking. It's just north of Milwaukee. I believe it's on Lake Michigan, part of the trail as well. Just left McDonald's, got my large iced coffee there because it's about an hour and 5 minutes till I get there. I should get there at 12:37 it says, so we'll see how close that is. So with that, let the vlog begin and let's head to Lion's Den Trail north of Milwaukee. I'm heading north on Dilly's Road, and this is a little roadside attraction that I don't know if I ever showed before, but it's just north of Gurnee, and it's the Den Gorge pyramids. So it should be coming up in about, I think it's about a mile up here. Do a little quick video of this from the front gate. We'll do this next on the way heading to Lion's Den Trail. So here's where I'm talking about up on the right here. And this is a actual pyramid house that somebody actually lives in. Let's just stop off here really quick. See, it's very Egyptian themed. Here, there's actually a pyramid, a sphinx. They have this whole fencing area here that's Egyptian themed. We'll get a little bit closer here. I don't even know what year this was built, but it was built a while ago. That's zoomed in a little bit more. You can see the pyramid and the sphinx. This is actually a residence, but they also do tours as well. It's a massive property. They have all kind of different digs and all that kind of stuff. But it's actually really neat to see just this. And it used to be 24 karat gold on the actual pyramid all the way around. But they actually had a fire maybe 10 years ago, and now it's just gold colored. So here's the fence that goes around the pyramid, and the pyramid's down over there. But this goes around the property, which is pretty cool. So now let's continue on the vlog, heading north towards Milwaukee and heading to Lion's Den. So just crossed into Wisconsin. Over there is a Bristol Renaissance Fair, which that'll be opening up in July, so I'll probably do a video from there. Just past exit 326, which is the 7-mile fair. And we are going to get off at the next exit because there's something I want to show. 1.25 miles north of the 7-mile fair and about 8 miles south of the Milwaukee airport. And it's actually at Elm Street. And this is going to be the future location of the first Buc-ee's in Wisconsin. So let's go take a look at the land and what it looks like now. I believe they're breaking ground in maybe another month or two, and it'll open in 2027. Elm Rd. And Buc-ee's will be up over there. Kind of the car gets in the way. So we'll get off here. So we're going to make a left here. And then I don't know if there'll be any signage up for Buc-ee's yet. But like I said, it should be breaking ground in a month or two. And I know they have to do work on the interchange. I believe there's going to be 120 pumps. So we'll see about that. I'm not sure if it's on the left or the right. So let me take a look here. I believe it's going to be out over here on the left. But there's no signage up yet. So here's a 41 and 94 sign. You can see they have a whole bunch of flags up, and they have the markings here for where Buc-ee's is going to be and what they need to do. These are just preliminary surveying marks. But out in the field here, let me zoom in a little bit. So this will be where the Buc-ee's is going to go. Like I said, I think it's about another month or two till they break ground. Then it'll be about a year till it's done. I think this is just an open field for the longest time. There is a no trespassing sign, which was previously here. So private property, but I know they usually don't want people going in when they start construction. Like all construction areas. So that's just a quick look at where Buc-ee's is gonna be. Because once they start, I think it'll be leveled pretty fast, the land. They'll get the grading done, and then they'll start building the structure. So now off to the hiking trail. So we've made it to Lion's Den Gorge National Preserve. I'll say there's actually a lot of cars here, so I've never been here before. This is in Grafton, Wisconsin. It's about 20 miles north of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Been here before, but I figured I'd give this one a try. It looks like it was a pretty decent one, and based on the parking lot, almost every parking space is actually taken, so I'm thinking it's a pretty good one. I don't know how many miles it is yet, but I will put that in once I find the park map, which should be near the entrance, which is right up here. And you enter the hiking area over here. Here they're closed for the season, but they do have porta potties over here. And they do have picnic areas. So this is right by the parking lot, so you can bring food, obviously, and have a snack before you head out. I'm gonna actually just down a granola bar here, just so I'm not hungry, and plus I don't have to carry around the wrapper the whole time because they have garbage over here, so it makes it a lot easier. So just finishing up with my granola bar there before I head to the trail. Dogs must be leashed, so they do let you have dogs, and they do let you bring dogs in, and the park closes 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So basically it's open 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. They do have a poison ivy warning. So it looks like I'm going on the waterfowl walk. So this way is back to the parking lot, the other end of it. Lion's Den Trail. And I think this is an overlook this way, so let's go this way first. Hoping I get some pictures of birds out here. Oh, this kind of encroaches out into the wetland area. These are usually like floating walkways, so you can get out there without getting wet. Let's see what this is like, or what we can see here. Probably early morning this would be really good. Oh, I hear something. Oh, there's some ducks out there, or geese. Some geese out there. There's a few more geese out there. That's all I'm really seeing are geese though right now. There he is out there. So here's just looking back on the area I just was filming at. Just Canadian geese right now, so let's continue on now. We're gonna go back this way and do the big loop, which goes along the bluff, which is supposed to be really nice. It's nice that they have these benches here if you want to take a break. For the most part, so far, it's crushed limestone, but it seems to be draining pretty well. This section's a little wet up here, but it's not bad at all. Lion's Den Trail over here. So that's the main reason we're here, so let's continue on the path and get to that Lion's Den Trail. It's not a cloud, well, there's a few clouds in the sky, but not many at all. Nice and peaceful here. I'm right at the entrance, so there's quite a few people, but after that, I think it's gonna kind of thin out as I get further along on the trail. So we're back on Lion's Den Trail here. And I believe a map is coming up here. Oh, actually I see Lake Michigan already. Farther east than I thought. Boy, that wasn't bad. It was only like a 5-minute walk from the parking lot to Lake Michigan. And that's on the trails that aren't straight. Stairs to the beach, Lake Vista, Bluff Trail, and Lion's Den Trail. Wow, the water looks really blue. Side, and you can see the bluff right here. It's pretty much straight down. It's coming up here in a second. Hopefully the camera captures that. And there's Lake Michigan. Probably down a good 150, 200 feet. The map, I believe this is where I came in. Did the trail up this way, Now I'm by the bluff here. You can see all that's left to do. That should be some decent areas. The gorge area is up there. And there's some other information here. Where we are, we're over here, and Cedarburg is over here. We're in Grafton, and Milwaukee's all the way down here. But it's like 20 miles, so it's not that far. We're gonna go down this trail here. It looks like it's a pretty short one, but it's probably another overlook. There's really no sign for it, really. So I don't know if it's just kind of a little additional thing or not. Oh, there are some people here, so it must be okay. Oh, it's a good overlook. We'll get closer here in a second. Oh, it's kind of neat here because the trail, I'm gonna put it on my hand here. So the trail here kind of just drops off and you can see the whole bluff. Minus my big shadow there. Wow, people actually go down there. That's not for me, I'll fall. See all the bluff areas. And there is no good way down except sliding. Other end of this bluff here. I'm sure the camera is not showing the height of this. I guess you can see people wise. Those people are like standard height and how much further it is down. It's pretty scenic up here in Wisconsin. Still on the bluff trail here. Well, we can see how far that is down. Take a few more pictures. Now the path is kind of muddy. I have hiking shoes, so it's not a problem. I'm sure in the summer when it's dry, it's fine to wear any kind of shoes like gym shoes, but hiking shoes are probably the best. I know there is some stairs coming up too. I do have a lot of these little turnoffs here. You can kind of walk along the bluff. Like I said, there's no fences though, so you have to kind of be careful because it is straight down. So let's continue on the walk here. We're right next to the bluff, but it's a little bit in more. So this is a main trail. That's cool there with that big evergreen. Hopefully you can hear the water. Boy, this is one of the most scenic places I've seen in Wisconsin. You think of the Midwest is so flat. And hopefully that water comes out as blue as it is. It's like multiple shades of blue and turquoise. I love all these trees here. The birches lining the... Oh, look at them sway. I'm going to stop for a second. Hopefully they're all getting in. Hopefully you can see them swaying there. Making like a weird sound is the woods bending. You know what I usually do is I take a picture of the map. I did a video of it. I'm going to take a picture with my iPhone because it is nice when they have these. Oh, here we go. So we're going to stay on the bluff trail and the stairs. So let's go to the bluff trail and the stairs. Oh, black lab. There's a little bridge. It must be over a creek. Yeah, it's just a little creek there. But going 1.75 miles so far. I think it's 4, but I don't know if that's round trip or if that's one way. Here comes the bluff vista. So let's go down here and check that out. Just hand holding it here instead of wearing it. there's the coast of Lake Michigan. Mostly there's a shipwreck not far out from here. But I don't know exactly where it is or if the water has to be a certain low tide or anything. So it looks like the wetlands is this way and the bluff trail continues this way. I'm just going to follow the bluff trail the whole way, because I know that goes to the steers according to the map. Log there, or tree limb there. Quite a few trees fell down over here. See them over the path. Oh, here comes a boardwalk. Yeah, Lake Michigan is actually right there. Oh, the boards are very pliable. They bend as you walk on them. This is so scenic. I just found it on, so I just went on Google Maps and found this. Never heard of it before, never have been here before. It's definitely worth coming out for. I have a Wisconsin sticker, but I don't know if you need one for this. There was no booth or anything, so I don't think you do. It's nice to see the sun. We had about 7 or 8 days of clouds. So it's nice to finally see the sun again. So here's Birchway, stairs, and the bluff trails both ways. That's where I'm heading to, is the stairs. Trying to stay on the drier mulch. Well, it looks like it zigzags through here pretty good. This is a cool bridge. Trilimium Trek, Bluff Trail, and Stairs. There's people crossing the bridge there. And then Lake Michigan's back down over this way. I think we're getting close to the stairs. Oh, this is cool. Kind of over the bluff here. Just going over the bridge the opposite way. Built by the highway department. Let's see how far this is down. That tree just goes and goes. Looking down over there. Here's the other side. Finally made it to the stairs. So starting the descent down. Stairs are pretty sturdy, just not 100% even. A little bit muddy at the base here. So I think we'll go up this way. Wow, a lot of stairs down. You got to watch it, because if you get mud on your feet, you're stuck. Or you could slide. Oh, the stairs go down that way. Oh, continuing heading down. I should have counted how many steps there were. Oh wow, this just keeps going. Yeah, looks like we're about halfway. There's Lake Michigan.
Is something that's like knit or woven.
I'm glad they have a way to get down to the lakefront or Lake Michigan. Oh, this is nice. Little creek down there. Oh, looks like we're pretty close. So now instead of stairs, it's just kind of land, or it's just kind of the natural terrain. A few little steps here, but not the wooden ones, just stone. And out to Lake Michigan. Walking on sand here now. See some of the bluffs there. You can walk down the beach pretty far. This water that's coming down. And feeding into Lake Michigan. So made it to Lake Michigan, going down all those steps here. I can just walk part of the beach here. A lot of people down here. 55, so people are down here. So we're going to climb back up here now. All the steps we went down. Going up's easier on the knees, but it's just harder to climb. Boy, this is really muddy. Huh, didn't sink much though. So we got about 2 miles to head back. Go down the gorge circle here. So the gorge loop we're on, and the cedar loop is down this way. Seems like each trail leads to a different trail. This one looks pretty scenic though. Muddy, but scenic. Where we came from, and looking down into the gorge down there. See where the ice is way, way down there. Oh, this trail just hugs the end here. If you're not paying attention, you can go right over. And there's a lot of roots, so you could trip too. Oh, there's actually a bench up here too. Looking down. This is 2x zoomed in. So I doubt that's going to give you a great idea of it because it's so high up you are. The camera's going to compress it a lot, but hopefully you enjoy the vlog still and you get an idea of what there is here. So figured I'd just do this because I've never done this one before, and I'm definitely glad I did. This one's really an awesome place to visit. I think I'm going to get back on the trail up here. There's a sign up here, so let me go look for that. On the gorge loop. And we just came off the cedar loop, which was a little side trip back there with the bench. Gonna climb back up here. That little section we bypassed. I mean, it was probably a block and a half, the whole Cedar Gorge trail. Kind of shooting into the sun, so hopefully that still looks okay. I believe this will hook up with the main trail, which will then take me back to the parking lot. I want to go through all the trails. I want to check 2.9 miles so far. So it's probably 4 miles round trip based on what the guy said initially. Like I said, I'm here the first week of March and it's a nice day, but I bet in the summer this place is really packed. So I'd rather come on a day like today where you can get around pretty easy. Boy, it just keeps going. It looks like we are going to meet up with another trail here coming up. So here's the intersection of the Gorge Loop and the Lion's Den Trail. So we just finished this. So this is where it begins, and we started over by the bridge. So now the Lion's Den Trail will take us back to the parking lot, which this is more of a crushed limestone, or crushed sandstone, I believe it is. So there are parts that are a little bit puddles. There are a little bit of puddles in some of these areas, but where the crushed sandstone is, it's usually a little bit harder, so it's easier to walk on. Let's see, I believe this might be where we first branched off. I remember a little bridge like this. They do have benches every once in a while too. You need to take, need to get a rock out of your shoe or just take a little break there. Oh, Lion's Den Trail. That's the main one, in and out. Takes you by the bluffs and all that. It's a cool tree over there. Looks kind of dead, but kind of gives it a neat look to it. It's actually perfect hiking weather. Not too hot where you get sweaty and not too cold where you're cold, so kind of nice. And back to the end, or the beginning. So just heading back into Illinois now from Wisconsin. This is going to conclude the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And leave in the comments if there's any other places you want me to go and see in Wisconsin. Thanks for watching the video.